Hello. All right. Next question is from Dave. Good morning, Dave. Hey, Dr. Ben. Hello. Yeah. I came across this and was curious if the numbers for various conditions are relatively accurate on this. Thanks. Okay. First, I looked at this. I thought, oh no, this is somebody trying to argue with the virus again, and that is so pointless. Yeah. So this little thing is talking about how does a disease with 1% mortality shut down the United States, and it's just basic arithmetic based on what we know right now. And so some of this information is changing, usually for the worse. So let's get into it. Yeah. So saying 1% mortality, that's, in a nation with what, we got 320 million or something. That's 3.2 million people dead within, I don't know, a year, 2 years. Yeah, half a Holocaust's worth of people dead in the US. That's pretty bad. But the virus may not get, I don't know, it's not going to infect everybody at once. That's if everybody was infected on the same day or within the same year. There'll be pockets where there is very high outbreak and pockets where people are just sort of naturally isolated. I'm thinking, yeah, like Alaska and Hawaii right now have relatively low rates, and I suppose if they're able to keep their borders shut, yeah, to the rest of the United States, then they'll be okay. But yeah, I don't know that they can do that. I do not know that there's a way. Um, all right, so it's going on to say that da, 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 da. So even if you have 3.2 million people dead, yeah, which would be terrible and much worse than every war the United States has ever fought in. Yeah, casualty totals piled together. Um, you would have another 62 million hospitalized. Yeah, which that's probably about right. Um, Based on what we know now, that may be a little on the high side. There may be more low symptom cases than we know about, but that's reasonable. Even if it's down to 30 million hospitalized, that's still an incredibly large chunk of America. Yeah, that would be having real problems right there. 59 million people with heart damage. That's probably an underestimate. We keep finding new ways that the virus is damaging the heart, and a lot of these ways are not apparent at first. These are things that you would only figure out down the road. So I'm going to tend to say that's probably an under. Yeah, if everybody were infected. 32 million with permanent lung damage. That may be high. I think we're still estimating a little bit based off of SARS coronavirus 1, although it's probably not too high. There's probably, yeah, that may be, the real number may be whatever, 15, 20 million in that category if, the USA sized group was infected. Muscle weakness in 6 million, which is bad, yeah, but not as life threatening. And 6.5 million with loss of cognitive function. Now, that's a thing that is also just emerging and something that was not looked at earlier on in the outbreak, and we're now starting to become aware of some serious side effects in that, yeah, there are parts, well, not parts of the brain. It's not like one part does one thing. Yeah. This is not phrenology school anymore. Yeah. But there are serious cognitive impairments, like difficult to do things with your brain that you used to be able to do with your brain after COVID. That's emerging, and that number probably grows. So yeah, we don't exactly know what the scope of that would be or what the long-term prognosis of that would be. It's probably not good, but it's hard to estimate exactly how bad it is. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, and anyway, this thing concludes as saying that it's not just the 1% that die, it's all the collateral stuff that's going to be going on around them as well. And yeah, I would agree. It is all of those things. And the fact that you can't operate an economy there, I'm saying the E word, even though I clearly should not be saying the E word. But I feel like any individual economic activity is pretty much over while you're in hospital or while you're suffering from some of these long-term effects. It knocks out a portion of the workforce, or I would imagine that is how it would happen. Um, knowing nothing about the economy, I can still feel like I can say that would probably be bad for the economy. So that's that's a reasonable arithmetic answer. And if we completely just let this thing go, we'll eventually get to these numbers. I'm very much hoping we don't do that. And I think there are enough people in the U.S. that get it, that it, you know, conceptually, that it wouldn't. We shouldn't ever see everybody getting the virus. Although, who knows? Yeah, it's I don't know. There are things that can presumably be done at a policy level that would raise as well as lower the amount of people that get the virus eventually. I've seen a bit of both so far. So thanks very much. This is Ask Dr. Ben.